This is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you.
All right. Well, my name is Lance, and I am the North Dakota Carnivore. And I'm just coming on to talk a little bit about what's been going on. Last few months here, I've been struggling, and it's been a struggle for me to actually lose any weight. Staying on the diets, I'm not having a hard time with that. I'm not craving plants, or I'm not craving stupid stuff like that. I shouldn't say it that way, but I'm not having any cravings for stuff I shouldn't have. But I've been having stuff I shouldn't have. One of the things that my wife and I were partaking in was popcorn during hockey. Well, back in February and March. So we'd have a box of popcorn at the hockey game, and 2 nights in a row. Not a big deal, but it did affect us. I could feel it at times, depending upon how much of their fake butter they put on there and whatever. But I've also been drinking some of the flavored electrolyte drinks, and I know the brand that I use does have maltodextrin in it, and maltodextrin, I have found out, does not get along with me if I have too much of it. When I was drinking one of the flavored electrolytes every now and then, I didn't have any problems. Last week on Sunday, I dehydrated, and Monday or Sunday night into Monday, I woke up every like 90 minutes cramping, and it was just terrible. To help alleviate that, I figured if I drank the flavored elements, I'd be more apt to drink more of them. And so I drank 2 elements a day for all of last week for 5 days. When I got up Friday morning, I had some aches and pains that had returned, and it was kind of like just annoying. It really wasn't like it was an ache and a pain. And then Saturday morning when I got up, I definitely felt it. I could feel what was going on. And the only thing I was doing differently the whole week was having the flavored electrolytes. So I stopped having them. Didn't have one on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I haven't had any. And those aches and pains are gone already. It doesn't take long for your body to tell you that you're doing something wrong. And it can tell you that you've done the right thing by relieving that inflammation and that pain quickly also. But you have to pay attention to what your body's telling you. Last Sunday, or a week ago Sunday, I wasn't paying attention when I got dehydrated. I should have listened, but I didn't. And that caused some issues. But that's beyond the point right now. I've also just Sunday night, after we got done eating for Mother's Day, I started a fast. I went 44 hours. I ate at lunchtime today, and it's kind of a different thing that I'm doing. I'm doing alternate day fasting. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm fasting. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to be eating. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'll be eating whatever I want within the carnivore diet. Like, so basically, it was Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Thursdays were supposed to be beef, butter, bacon, and egg. I'm going a little bit different than that. I had changed my mind and decided that on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now, at least for this week anyway, I'm going to do a sardine diet. Okay. Protein sparing modified fast, but it's going to be a sardine diet. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I did today. I broke my fast at noon with 4 cans of sardines, and they were the Wild Planet version, the 100% extra virgin olive oil, and then the 100% extra virgin olive oil with lemon. And those are actually pretty good. They're very tasty. They don't have that sardine taste, flavor, smell that you expect them to have. They're actually not bad at all. Then when I got home tonight, I still felt I was hungry. So, well, I was going to start a new fast here this evening, but now it starts at 5 o'clock because I did have 2 more cans of sardines. So 6 cans of sardines today, but I feel good. And the ones I had at home were the King Oscar in extra virgin olive oil. They actually have more fat in them and more protein than the Wild Planet ones do. So it's kind of shocked to see that. But altogether is just 1,100 calories, or just over 1,100 calories today. And that's what I'm doing. So I showed you, I did the fast, ended at 44 hours, started another fast, and my pre-Mother's Day meal was this blackened salmon with ribeye bites. And this was my wife's. And got that idea because I had to do this for my daughter. I smoked a salmon for her. And this has just got the lemon pepper seasoning, Alberta Black Gold Pip Boss seasoning, and then the honey bourbon glaze that's on it, and that was put on every half hour throughout the cook so that it really got into this here. My daughter said it was absolutely amazing. Yes, I made that and I did not try it. I can do stuff like that. It does work. But this is the kind of stuff that I like to eat. I do like to eat salmon. This is a previous cook that I did. These are the foods that I've ate to lose a lot of weight. But more importantly, these are the foods that I ate to heal my body. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, one of the best healing meals you could get. It's got everything that you need in it right there. And it's absolutely delicious. Eating like that took me from this guy here having to use a scooter to get around the fair because I couldn't walk. Look in the picture in the middle down the bottom there. Look how big that belly is. It's like twins in there. You know what I mean? I mean, look how big that belly is. That is huge. I am just a really big guy. And that was just 2 years ago. But eating foods like this, the beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, eating foods like that for 1 year, this is the difference in 1 year from the left to the right. That's 1 year. 347 pounds to 224 in this picture. I was well over 300 pounds in this picture, 340, 350. 347 is the highest I've ever recorded, but that's how big I was. And that was in March of 2024. February 2026. We're in a large jersey that's got room in it, and I'm 205 pounds. Going from this 2 years later to this. Same, that's me. And I did that by eating a strict carnivore diet. And by strict, I mean, I haven't had plants, any carbohydrates of any real amounts since August of 2024, because that's what I've chose not to do anymore. I've chose to eat a meat-based, meat-centered diet for healing. And it's not necessarily just the meat. It's more importantly, it's the fat that my body needs to heal with. And it's what makes the difference in what we're doing. I was in chats and live streams today, and it actually came up several different times where people were asking, how much fat do you eat? And how much should they eat? And you'll hear people on videos and live streams, they'll tell people to just eat until you're full. Well, not everybody gets that signal. You know, I've seen where people say, stop stressing about the macros, just eat. Well, some people can't. I'm one of them. I don't get that leptin signal that tells me that I'm full all the time. I've just started getting that in the last couple of months. Up until then, I could eat and eat and eat, and I did not get full. When I was eating, breads and grains and pasta and stuff like that, yeah, the gluten would swell me up and I'd feel miserable. But now, just eating meat, I can eat a lot of meat and not have that happen to me. It's weird. It's different. So I'm one of the people that will tell you, you have to track what you're doing. You can't fix what's broken if you don't know what's broke. If you don't know what you're eating for calories from fat, calories from protein, you can't fix what you're doing. If you've been on the carnivore diet for 3, 6, 9 months and you're not losing weight and you're tracking your food and you know how many calories from fat you're getting, you know how many calories from protein you're getting, and it's consistent. Let me use an example. If you're getting 75% of your calories coming from fat, 25% of your calories coming from protein, and you're not losing weight, you're not reversing type 2 diabetes, you're not lowering your blood sugar, you need to change. Make an adjustment. If you're eating 75-25, flip it. Go to 60-40. See if that makes any difference. Do that for a month and see if that changes how your body works. Some people take a lower amount of high fat. It's still high fat, but they take a lower amount that they need. You have to find out what works for you. I found what works for me because I track, because I don't get the signals that tell me stop eating. I track so I know how many calories I was eating to begin with, so I was staying at under 3,000 calories. I was staying, well, probably between 2,500 and 3,000 most of the time. There were a few times I went well over 4,000 calories eating just meat, and that's a lot of meat. But you can do it, depending upon what you're eating. But each individual has their own path, and you have to find what works best for you. What works for me won't always work for the next person. You know, 75-25 for me was working great. I'm going to have to start tracking what I'm doing because it's not working for me now. 21 months into it, I'm not losing the weight eating 75-25. Maybe I need to go down to 65-35, 60-40, or maybe I need to jump it up to 80-20. I don't know. But I'm going to have to find out and see what goes on, see what makes me feel good again. It's not that I don't feel good, it's just my body's not losing the weight. I'm not having issues with my blood pressure or anything like that. Still doing good. But I still want to lose some weight. So I got to find out where my body needs to be at with the fat content for my body to lose weight. Because I still want to lose 30 pounds. Getting there eventually. But that's basically what I want to come on and talk about tonight. You have to find your own path through this diet. You're going to hear all kinds of different advice because that's what's worked for other people. You have to find what works for you. Not everybody is the same. So you'll hear people tell you you don't have to track. You don't have to count your calories from carbs or from protein or from fats. You should be counting calories from carbs because you shouldn't be eating on this diet, but people do, and that's okay. Everybody has their own path, but you have to experiment. And the easiest way to do that is to track. If you track your calories from fat, your calories from protein, and you're losing weight, you're healing, you're coming off your medications, your blood pressure's coming down, and things are going in the right direction for you, and you know what you're doing, and it's working, and you're tracking it. When it stalls out, you know what you can do. You can adjust your calories from fat and your protein, and then you can figure out what's what. What do you need to do? But if you don't track it, you don't know. You'll get frustrated, and that's where a lot of people end up giving up and saying carnivore doesn't work. Track it. Even if it's for 2 weeks and you're getting good results, then you know what you're getting. If you're not getting results and you track it for 2 weeks, then you know what you're doing. You can make the adjustments. But you can't make the adjustments properly if you're not tracking. That's all I'm trying to say. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you on the live streams.